Dust on the horizon tells me the day is fading fast, and I've been running from my shadow ever since my troubled past. My boots are worn to leather, my heart is worn to bone, and every mile behind me feels colder than a stone. The sheriff's on my trail, I can feel him in the wind, like the echo of a memory I never could defend. The desert whispers softly, son, your time is running thin, and I know the road I'm riding won't let me start again. I still remember the sheriff's warning back in Jackson Town, how he looked me in the eye and said, one day I'll hunt you down. Not as a friend or brother, but a man who crossed the line, a man who let his anger turn his soul into a crime. Now his horse is getting closer, I can hear the steady beat, like a drum that marks the rhythm of a fate I'm bound to meet. I tried to drown the memories in whiskey and in sand, but the past don't wash away in the heart of a broken man. The weight of night falls heavy, like the truth I tried to hide. You can run from every stranger, but not the man you are inside. You can't outrun the man you were, no matter how fast your wheels might stir. The past rides with you like a ghost in the dust, and sooner or later you face what you must. I've been running so long, but the truth still stands. You can't outrun the man you were, my friend. By the campfire's confession glow, I stop beside a canyon deep, light a fire made of driftwood and the secrets that I keep. I talk into the silence like it's listening to me, telling all the stories of the man I used to be. The wind don't offer mercy, but it don't offer blame. It just carries every whisper of regret that bears my name. And somewhere in the distance I hear a horse's cry. The sheriff's getting closer, and I know the reason why. Then comes a confrontation in the firelight's red glow. He rides in calm and steady, like a man who's come to know. He says, I ain't here for vengeance, boy, I'm here to make you stand. And his voice is low and heavy, like the law across the land. I tell him I ain't fighting, I'm done running from the truth. And he nods like he's been waiting since the days of my youth. He says a man can't change the past, but he can face what he became. And in that quiet moment I finally speak my shame. Acceptance settles on me like a gentle desert hand. Sometimes the hardest journey is the one where you just stand. can't outrun the man you were, no matter how fast your wheels might stir. The past rides with you like a ghost in the dust, and sooner or later you face what you must. I ain't running no more, I'm ready to fall. You can't outrun the man you were at all. Some men learn it early, some men lose their way, but every road you travel leads you closer to your fate. And every lie you bury grows roots that never break. You can't escape the reckoning that rises from within. On my final walk beside him, through the quiet desert air, there's no anger in my footsteps, just the truth that brought me there. The stars look down like witnesses to every choice I made, and I feel the weight of justice in the promise that I paid. I don't beg for mercy, don't ask for one more day, 'cause a man finds peace the moment he stops running away. And as the dawn breaks slowly over that silent land, I finally make peace with the life I couldn't stand. You can't outrun the man you were, no matter how far your boots might blur. The past rides with you like a ghost in the dust, and sooner or later you face what you must. I ain't running no more, I'm answering the call. You can't outrun the man you were at all, at all. And in the canyon's echo, my story fades away, a reminder to the lost ones that the truth will always stay.